Wow, talk about big news. Are you ready to dive into the bombshell that has rocked the music world? Depeche Mode is back, and they're not alone.
Right.
We're talking, of course, about the return of Alan Wilder.
Yes.
For those of you who may not be as familiar, Depeche Mode is a legendary electronic band known for their dark and dense sonic atmospheres and for iconic hits like Enjoy the Silence and Personal Jesus.
What's so fascinating about this is that Wilder's return isn't just any event. He was a core member during their most influential period, contributing immensely to albums like Violator and Songs of Faith and Devotion. His departure in 1995 left a noticeable void for many fans. So this reunion for the 2025 tour is kind of a huge deal.
Yeah, it's not just that he's back, right?
Yeah.
Wilder hasn't played a full set with Depeche Mode since he left. I mean, some guest appearances here and there, but nothing like this.
Exactly. He's been mainly focused on his own project Recoil, but this reunion suggests that he's ready to fully embrace the Depeche Mode legacy again. And speaking of legacy, this tour is going to be a celebration of their entire career.
Exactly. The band has confirmed that the set list will span their entire trajectory. That means we're going to hear everything from rarities to those massive hits that everyone knows and loves. Can you imagine the energy in the stadium when the first chords of Personal Jesus start playing?
Oh, without a doubt, it'll be an epic moment. But what's even more interesting is that according to sources, the tour will feature groundbreaking visuals and technology. We're just talking about cutting-edge lighting, augmented reality, and even 3D projections. Knowing Depeche Mode, they're going to create a truly immersive experience.
Well, Depeche Mode has always been a pioneer in incorporating technology into their shows. Remember their concerts from the Devotional tour. They were true audiovisual spectacles.
Yeah.
Now, imagine what they can do with today's technology.
Imagine witnessing those iconic synthesizer melodies come to life with state-of-the-art visual effects. It won't just be a concert, it will be a complete sensory experience. And amidst all this excitement, there's a somber note. This is Depeche Mode's first major tour since the passing of Andy Fletcher in 2022. His absence will be deeply felt, especially since he was the heart of the band in many ways.
Yeah, that's true. It's going to be a bittersweet moment, no doubt. But I wonder, how do you think they'll honor his memory during the tour?
Well, from what we've gathered, they're planning a special tribute within the show, maybe a segment with footage of Fletcher throughout the years, or perhaps they'll perform some of the songs where he had a more prominent role. Whatever it is, I'm sure it'll be a touching homage.
For sure. And while the sadness of Andy's loss will be there, there's also something else that has us buzzing with anticipation. New music.
Yeah.
A new Depeche Mode album is slated for release in 2025, coinciding with the tour.
That is fantastic news. Think about it. A reunited band, a career-spanning set list, and a brand new album. All of this points to a powerful creative resurgence, something we haven't seen from them in quite a while.
I totally agree. And with Wilder back in the lineup, there's a good chance he'll be contributing to the new material, adding his unique touch to their already legendary sound. How do you think his presence might influence the musical direction of the new album?
That's an interesting question. Wilder was known for his meticulous production and his penchant for complex sonic textures. He brought a unique depth and atmosphere to albums like Violator.
Oh, Violator is a masterpiece for sure. But since Wilder's departure, Depeche Mode has experimented with different styles, even incorporating more electronic and danceable elements in some of their later works.
Exactly. So the big question mark is, will the new album lean more towards their roots with Wilder's influence, or will it be a fusion of their evolution over the years?
It's fascinating to think about the possibilities. Could we hear an album that combines the darkness and atmosphere of Violator with the more modern elements they've explored in recent years?
It's a real possibility, and let's not forget the emotional impact this tour will have, a celebration of their legacy, a tribute to Andy Fletcher, and a reunion with a lost member. It's going to be an emotional roller coaster for both the band and the fans.
Imagine the energy in those stadiums when Wilder takes the stage. The roar of the crowd, the shared memories, the feeling that something truly special is happening. It's going to be a once-in-a-lifetime experience.
Oh. Absolutely, and for those who didn't get to experience Depeche Mode in their prime, this is a chance to see them as close to that original lineup as they can get an opportunity to understand why they're considered pioneers of electronic music.
For lifelong fans, this is a dream come true. A chance to relive their youth, sing along to their favorite songs, and witness a historic moment in music history. It's amazing to think about the impact that Alan Wilder had on Depeche Mode's sound. He wasn't just a keyboardist. He was a sonic architect, creating those layered and atmospheric soundscapes that became their signature.
Yeah, what's really remarkable is how he balanced those electronic elements with a more organic feel. He wasn't afraid to use real instruments alongside the synths, creating a depth and texture that was really unique in electronic music at the time.
Right, and that attention to detail, the way he layered the sounds and created those haunting and emotional atmospheres, it really elevated Depeche Mode's music to another level.
And think about the technological landscape back then. Wilder was pushing the boundaries of what was possible with electronic music, experimenting with samplers and sequencers in ways that hadn't been done before. He was a true innovator.
Yeah, and now decades later, he returns to a completely different musical world. We're in a new era of music production. How do you think his previous experience, combined with the possibilities of today, will influence his approach to technology?
It's a fascinating question. Can you imagine what might come out of that combination? His background in innovation paired with today's tools. I mean, they could create soundscapes we can't even fathom.
And that brings us to you, our listener. Why should you care about this reunion, this tour, this new album?
Well, if you're a music lover, this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to witness the return of legends, to see a band that shaped electronic music come full circle, embracing their past while moving forward into the future. It's a unique and special event.
And if you're a lifelong fan, this is almost like a pilgrimage, a chance to reconnect with the music that moved you. You celebrate the legacy of Depeche Mode and experience the magic of their reunion firsthand.
And even if you're new to Depeche Mode, this is a chance to discover why they've had such a profound impact on music and culture, to understand how their sound has resonated with generations and continues to inspire artists today.
This is so much more than just a concert tour. It's a moment in music history.
So here's a final thought for you. Considering Alan Wilder's significant impact on Depeche Mode's sound during their most influential years, how might his return influence the direction of this new album and the overall feel of the tour? Will it be a nostalgic throwback, a bold reinvention, or maybe a perfect blend of both? Only time will tell, but one thing's for sure, this reunion is something truly special, and we can't wait to see what happens. Don't forget to check out Depeche Mode's official website for tour date announcements and other exciting news.